What's up, ladies and gentlemen? chuckfinleLP, Sonic Adventure 2, Part 11. We are now beginning the Dark Side story. And if you noticed underneath the...
Intruder alert. Intruder alert. Security breach at Gate 3. Intruder has been located in the north quadrant and is moving in the direction of the underground base. All units prepare to engage. Emergency battle formations. Standard battle procedures initiated. Locate and stop the intruder from entering the security area. This is not a drill. This is not a drill.
There wasn't a emblem sign underneath the hero side story. This is a different file that I had to use than the one I beat the hero side story on, but I'll show that off once I get to a point where I can. Alright, so the Robotnik levels are just the same as the Tails levels with controls and pretty much enemy placements, controls, level design. You know, well, this won't be like Sonic Adventure where all of the levels are all the same. There will be differences. Of course, they'll be in the same locations or near the same locations. Like this one is very much like Prison Island, with the background and everything, but they'll never be the same level. You know, every character has their own specific personal level, but both stories will share the same what's the word I'm looking for? Backgrounds, I guess. You know, because Sonic will have Shadow will have his. It won't be like City Escape, but it will be in the city. He'll have Rouge will have her desert level, space level. You know, Robotnik will have his space level, and they'll visit them at different times other than like Tails. That was the last level Tails played as. Well, Robotnik's will come sooner than that, along with other levels. You know, they'll come at different times for different characters anyway. Alright, so as you can see, these security doors that I'm blowing down have 4 lights on them that you have to destroy. You have to lock onto each light to destroy it. And if you've noticed, I've been trying to wait to destroy these gun beetles, waiting for as long as I can to destroy them to gain more score. If you remember, I talked about the laser beam will only stay lit for about 7 seconds, and you really don't want to wait the full 7 seconds, because especially if you have a large amount of enemies locked on at one time, then you'll lose it. So if you can kind of wait till about 5 to 6 seconds would be best times to wait for it. Robotnik does have a melee attack, just like Tails did. Tails' was the propeller punch, and Robotnik's is where a punching bag or a boxing glove will come out of his mech and will destroy it. Alright, so for this area, all of these security doors are locked down, and you can see they don't have the necessary charges or lights on it that we need to destroy them. So all I have to do is just lock onto that satellite thing up at the top, and you should be able to destroy it. Alright, so really quickly before we go for the ring, the goal ring, there is a Chow key back here. We'll just grab that really quickly, because I do want to show off Robotnik going off into the Chow Garden. He can, you know, I could show it off later, but I figured, you know, why not go ahead and do it right now. So this one,
now you know why I am the best.
like Prison Island, especially if you can get most of the rings, is very easy to get an A rank on. But this is one of the very few that Robotnik has. It's easy to get an A rank on. But you can see the little symbol is gray for Robotnik, and that's what Robotnik looks like outside of his walker. And you can take him into each of the Chow Gardens and pick him up. I'll show off his whistle really quickly. You can attack, which is you just bat at the Chow. You can whistle, which is one whistle, which is, well, I'm not sure the type of whistle that is, but let's see, where is that little white Chow at? Okay, and you can pick it up, put it down, and he'll make different sounds. Or no, I want to pet you, come on. Now, Tails and Robotnik will say a Japanese word when they're picking up the Chow. You know, they'll say different things when they're picking up the Chow. They won't say the same thing. You can hear Robotnik is saying, let's see this word. Usho, it sounds like. Whatever that means, you know, I'm not very good on Japanese, but anyway. So, let's see what Robotnik does, what he looks like. I'll try to show off everybody's whistle, pet, and attack move. When I get, you know, I'll go back. I know I didn't show off Sonic, Tails, or Knuckles in full detail, but I'll save that for the Chow special when I make it. But anyway, on with the story. You see, we are breaking into a top secret
Top secret weapon. It's a lot smaller than I expected. Enter user data. Enter password. Password is Maria. Now all I have to do is to place the Chaos Emerald into this console.
Sadly, we can't hover around like that while using Shadow or actually use the Chaos Control feature.
Enemy movement has been detected. En route to intercept and destroy.
Alright, so this one is like Sonic's fight, except not as, it's not as easy to kind of pin him down in one area, because he is always on the move. And he won't stay still in one place for too long. And you can stop this. No, come on. And if the cockpit seems to be a little bit harder to hit than Sonic's mech was. And this guy can very easily destroy all of the boxes. And he also has this laser that you can very easily get out of it. You know, don't worry about that. Come on, making me look bad here. But the laser, all you have to do is just try to go a little bit faster than. And you'll also come on, really? Oh, I'm gonna be careful. Alright, so as you can see, it will stay with you until you can get up to full speed, and then it'll lose its lock. And that's what he'll do for his final attack. Is he'll just keep shooting that homing beam at you, So that's easy, especially if you can.
That guard robot was spectacular. So, Shadow, you are the military's top secret weapon. But what did you mean when you said you will grant me a wish? Bring more Chaos Emeralds. Shadow, wait! I'll be waiting for you in the central control room on the Space Colony Ark.
This will be the same cutscene as we saw with.
Just let it go. You just don't know when to give up, do you?
What are you talking about? That emerald's mine. Got that? The Master Emerald contains special powers that neutralize the energy of the Chaos Emeralds. That makes it very powerful. What the?
What?
Looks calling who? 5 minutes in power. Signal Dr. Eggman.
So that's Dr. Eggman.
Something speaks with me. Farewell, Applehead. Not if I can help it.
What was that all about? You did my apples.
I did that to prevent the Master Emerald from being stolen from me. If it's in pieces, I can restore it. And by the way, that's not your emerald.
I despise anyone who takes jewels. Oxworth's gems are mine to keep.
Yeah, we'll see about that, Batgirl.
And Knuckles is supposed to have his sunglasses, but as I said, this is a backup file that I used for where I was right after I got through the death chamber, and so I haven't gotten to that point with the sunglasses yet. But once I get past the point where I need this other file, I'll show that off. Alright, so welcome to the Oasis. This is supposed to be kind of like Rouge's Wild Canyon, except we're in an oasis instead of a canyon. And for the best thing to do here, since we don't, since this is supposed to be this is two locations rather than just one big location. What we need to do is, all right. So really quickly there, before I go on, if you noticed, I got a perfect for getting the for getting an emerald early. I've just recently realized that you can actually get if you can find a emerald early within a minute of whichever emerald you're given to find, you'll get a perfect. So, excuse me a moment. Sorry about that. If you can find the emerald early, you will be able to go after it. Really quickly, I do want to show this area off. So you have this underwater, this sunken statue where the emerald can be, and these heads, kind of like the ones in Wild Canyon, that usually they're around the base of that lantern, and that's what a unicorn looks like. I'll show off what they do. Around this, it's usually around here, around the base of it, near this otter, or on one of these statues' foreheads. But I know where this one is, so if I can hurry up and get to it, well, yeah, there it is. And there we go. Those should all be perfect, and I should have got all of those emeralds perfect. And that's a really great way to help you get an A rank.
How was that? Perfect?
If you can find all of the emerald shards or keys early like that. But I'll show off what the unicorn does and what it looks like. Usually it'll just give the tail to the chow, sometimes feet, hands, and the unicorn horn is usually all it does. Let's see. But yeah, that level isn't as hard as. Let's see, I gave you all. I got swimming, so I'll give you some. I get. Well, I totally forgot what I was talking about. Just thought I picked that sheep up. There we go. Nope. Damn it. Okay. Sorry. Dry Lagoon isn't as difficult as Wild Canyon because they're usually in the same place or around the same place every time, unlike Wild Canyon, where they can be in a lot of different locations around the entire area, the bottom and top. This Dry Lagoon only has two locations where two lagoons where they can be at, either around the statues, around the. Okay, so there you go. You can see everything that the unicorn does except for the tail. It does replace the feet, hands, and head with a mane and a unicorn tail, or a unicorn horn. But it's definitely a lot easier, Dry Lagoon is, because they're usually, as I said, in the same areas around the statues, both statues, the underwater one and the three heads, or on the top of the first lagoon. But anyway, I'll go ahead and end it here because there's a lot of dialogue and stuff next time. So I thank you for watching. The challenge of the video is how fast, what was my highest number of points I gained from shooting a group of enemies with Robotnik. Thank you for watching. Until next time.